Good morning.
Hello. Good day.
Happy Saturday to you.
You mean really? It's been a long week. Did you know this? It's been at least 7 days. Maybe 6. I don't know. It's been a long time.
Anyway, good morning. We are Warm and Cozy Quilting.
We are warm and cozy in this cold Saturday morning.
Right. And I'm Danielle, and This is Jason.
Good day.
Today behind the camera is Sadie.
Hello.
She's going to click the clickety-clack.
Do the thing with the buttons and
right.
Push and say, yay.
Do all the stuff like that. If she says yay, that'll be awesome.
That would be kind of fun. I don't know why she would. I mean, it'd have to be pretty fantastic. And it might be fantastic. Who knows?
Right.
I don't.
So we got some people jumping on.
If you're out there, say hi. We're going to give people time to get on.
When people say hi.
We do. Just a heads up, we're going to talk about Christmas ideas for you today.
Yeah.
Gifts for yourself or for others. If you don't know, because you got that hard to buy for a friend, this is the one for you to watch. If you're going to send your spouse in to shop for you and they don't have any idea what you need, this is the one for them to watch. It'll be fun.
I just had a realization with this quilt that's hanging behind me that I could have done something different. Do you guys have that happen to you sometimes? Where you're like, oh, I wish I would have not put that color next to that color or something.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh, I love the whole thing.
Yeah.
Anyway. I think it's a lot. I think you're overthinking that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had that one before. I've been done. I was like,
Yeah. Oh, well.
Just go on with it.
Quilted, it's done. It's over.
Excellent. All right. So we had some people saying good morning. So let us say hi. We have Pam.
Hi, Pam.
Hello. Good morning, Donna. Donna's loving her new Janome.
Yes. Awesome.
It's the time of the year to go get yourself a new machine, folks. Nice. I'm glad you're having fun with that, Donna. Thank you. Hello, Alvina. And good morning, Dina. And
Hi. Good morning.
What?
Good morning.
Oh, okay. Morning, Dolores.
Good morning.
Hello, Jane. Hello, Debbie.
Good morning. Good morning.
Warm and Cozy said good morning to everybody. I feel that's what we're doing, but that's okay. I do like the little coffee mug happening there. Hello,
I
Eileen.
think that might be Sadie.
I'm guessing so. Carol hanging out somewhere in Arkansas.
Did we say hi to Eileen?
I did. I said hi to Eileen. Hi, Eileen. And good morning, Carol. And good morning, Christine. And good morning, Deborah, out there in the Tennessee.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good day. How's everybody?
Cindy on the YouTube.
Oh!
Hi.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi, and that they've had about 10 inches of snow.
Good Lord.
Oh, my goodness.
Stay warm and cozy. Keep quilting. You're going to need it.
Get yourself some coffee.
For real. Lots of it.
In my opinion, that's the best time to sit with coffee with the curtains open and just watch it snow.
Yeah, that's all you really can do at that point.
Get a nice quilt.
Absolutely. Snuggle up with it. Mm-hmm. And there's Kathleen and Robin saying good morning as well.
Good morning. Good morning.
Also, folks, don't forget, Cindy's hanging out over on the YouTube. We do broadcast to YouTube as well. So if you ever feel like I can't Facebook anymore, Saturday mornings are available on the YouTube channel. Go to the Warm and Cozy Quilting.
Also, if you generally watch
subscribe to it.
If you generally watch on Facebook, and we talked about something 3 weeks ago that you want to go back and look for, it is much easier to search on YouTube.
Yes.
So especially if we did a tutorial on
name a thing.
Name a thing.
We did
Search it and you'll get the video rather than sometimes Facebook is a little bit more challenging to search.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So we've got things that we're going to talk about today. Important announcements before we dive into those.
Oh, so many.
There's a few. First one that I want to bring up, since it is going to be coming first, Black Friday. That's
Black Friday.
We are open next weekend, so you're going to have Thanksgiving. We're going to be closed.
Right.
We will not be here.
No.
We'll be eating Thanksgiving food of some
You
sort.
will be full. You go to sleep.
Take
You
a
wake
nap,
up.
wake up.
And you come here. We're open regular hours. We don't do anything crazy.
Nope.
Because most of the time, if you want some crazy special deal, you're going to be getting electronics.
Right.
Or, you know, some big box store
Madhouse.
thing.
Right.
That
or
you must have. A mixer. It's the best day to buy a mixer. If you ever need a mixer, Black Friday is the day.
Like, wiki, what? DJ?
Yeah, like that kind of mixer.
Not that kind of
No.
mixer.
The KitchenAid. You know, that kind of thing, right?
Oh,
especially
I see.
you want the pretty red one that matches you go on Black Friday. This is when you get a mixer. I learned this from,
Not a shopper.
You know,
don't know.
I learned this from aunts and uncles and cousins who this is when you get it. You have someone getting married next year. You go on Black Friday and get them a KitchenAid.
If you have somebody that has the potential of being married that
Right.
year, buy it, and then that way you have it.
But that's so
Preemptive
we
purchasing.
don't do anything crazy early or whatever, but we are going to be open on Friday,
Mhm.
and we're really going to be talking machines all day.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
We're going to have all the long arms set up to just come in and demo.
mm-hmm. Play, do your thing.
Kelly will be answering questions. Jason will be answering questions. I'll take Genomi's. We'll switch up if we need to. All of those things. So great pricing on machines going right now. I will tell you that the Genomi holiday guide is out right now.
Mm-hmm.
You can absolutely get the same price that you would get on Black Friday now. But if Friday is when you're off and when you can get here, because sometimes that's a big deal. You know, a lot of people are off work that Friday.
Right.
And besides that, it's hard to get here on our open hours and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that might be your first opportunity. We will be here. We'll help you out. I will tell you, we've been selling through some machines, and we still have plenty. We have floor models. We have lots of things. But if there is a particular one that you've had in mind, we may have to order it, but they're coming pretty quick. So
absolutely,
you'll still have it by Christmas.
Before Christmas. And again, I'm not above selling a floor model right now. So if I don't have it in stock and I've got a floor model and you want that, you can walk out the door with it. Now, if somebody behind you wanted that same one, I will have to order that for you.
Right, exactly.
But that's okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, so that's going to be Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Saturday, Small Business Saturday. If you know us, we love Small Business Saturday. We love doing big sale, all the things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to let you feel this one because I always ruin the phrasing of the wording.
Okay, so if you guys remember, last year, I believe it was a September instead of this Small Business Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
We did a sale in September. It was our 579 sale. Do you guys remember?
I remember.
Okay.
It was fantastic.
We had people lined up.
Uh-huh.
We did have people shopping out of someone else's. Oh, you're getting some of that?
There was other cart shopping that took place.
I want some of that too. Don't put that away. Like it was so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is what I live for. So when you guys come in on days like this and I'm bebopping around, it is the best day of my life, just so you know. So how does it work? You're like 579, I don't understand. So you buy 5 yards of fabric, you get a 6th yard for free.
Buy 5, get 1.
7 yards of fabric, you get 2 yards for free. You buy 9 yards of fabric, you're going to get 3 yards for free. And we have the bonus. So it's 579 sale, but the bonus is 10. 10 yards of fabric, and you're going to get an additional 5 yards for free. So this is 15 yards of fabric for the price of 10. Do the math, that's 33% off.
That's absurd.
Okay, you have to buy at least 1 yard cuts.
At least
I'm not going to do your 25 quarter. No, that doesn't count.
No.
At least a yard. But you can get 1.5 yards of this one and 2.5 of that one. And when we get to that 15, you're going to get 5 of those free. 10 of them you're paying for. Everybody's happy.
That is fantastic.
So the more you buy, the more you save.
Every day at Warm N Cozy. Well, mostly next Saturday on Small Business Saturday at Warm N Cozy. So be sure to tell your friends. Be sure to bring your friends. Frankly, what we're kind of going for here is getting our shelves a little naked before Christmas, I guess. It only applies to fabric that's in store currently, not stuff that's coming. Not that I have to back order on it for you. It's what's here currently.
Right.
So
right. If I have
it
a grunge
does.
color that I'm out of and you wanted that, that
Right.
doesn't count, you know.
It does include, you told me this is real,
Backings.
backings.
I also told you this. It includes wool. Now, I only have white and black on the roll. I don't know that I've got all that much anyway, but they'd have to buy 15 yards, so it's still the same. Anyway, all the math works out wonderfully. But yes, backings. That's what most of you are, you know.
I mean, that's the important one. You use
Right.
a lot of backings at a time, so that's
3 yards, 3 yards, 3 yards.
pretty good deal. I love that.
You could get backs for several quilts. Also, it is a good time to buy a back that you have to piece. Like if you like this particular one and you really wanted that, you know, and you're going to need 6 yards. You need 3 and 3 so you can piece it together.
Yep.
It's a good time to get that.
That's a good time.
Good time to get background fabrics. You have a quilt you're going to work on next, and it needs 5 yards of background fabric. Anyway, I'm beleaguering.
I'm beleaguering it a little bit.
I just love it. I just love it. It's going to be fun.
Next Saturday, be here, 11 a.m. till 4 p.m. 579 sale.
Yes.
That sale is in-store only.
In store only. Sorry, if you're not local, get in the car and start driving now.
Yeah, especially if you live like in a place where they're getting lots of snow. They might have to leave now.
You might have to leave now. Start
Might have to
trekking
start
on
digging.
out. Start digging. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, good question. It is not online. I do apologize. So, all right.
Then
right.
for our online folks, also for our local folks who maybe you're going out of town that weekend, right? That's been, I've had people go, oh, I'm going to miss the big sale. I totally get that. And I apologize, but that's just life, right? Sunday and Monday. So instead of just doing a Cyber Monday sale when everyone else is doing a Cyber Monday sale, we're doing Sunday, Monday, and it's solids.
Okay.
All of our paintbrush solids will be on sale.
200 and some odd
Yes,
colors.
right. As long as everybody doesn't
something.
buy all of them on Saturday.
Well, it might happen, but whatever's left, I'll do it.
Right. But most of the time when we do a big sale like that, people are going for the larger dollar,
Right.
not necessarily the solids. We will be selling Paintbrush Studio solids for $6 a yard.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe usually your
$8.99.
crazy price is usually $6.99.
Yeah, when I go crazy, yeah,
You're telling me you're taking $3 off per yard.
$6 a yard. Okay, so Merry
Jesus.
Thanksgiving to you. Okay.
All right, cool. So that'll be the day to buy some solids.
Right.
All of the solids. Those will be a good time to get them. Okay, cool. Right on. So that's this next coming weekend. Be prepared. Start planning for that one. Again, Saturday's a great one, in my opinion. But the solids are a great one as
next
well.
Saturday.
We did have a few people say hello. I'm going to say hi to them right quick. We got Vicky out there watching on the YouTube.
Good morning.
Vicky. Good morning, Debbie.
Morning.
Good morning, Regina. She's here. And Cheryl is here.
Hi, good morning.
And we answered the question on the Saturday sale online. And good morning, Christy.
Morning.
Hello.
Morning. Good morning.
Hello, and hello. Good to see you all. All right. So that's the main to-dos. Anything else, the primary, like super important ones that we need to get to that I can't think of? There is the mini retreat we're doing December 3rd, 4th, and 5th. We're having a sleep in your own bed retreat.
Yeah.
So we're very limited on spots. But here's how it works. If you want, you can come in and sit and sew on Saturday from 2 to 10.
2 p.m. to 10 p.m.
And Sunday, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m.
As much or as little as
you don't have to be here the
want.
whole time, but if you want, it's cool. On that Sunday, we are going to provide lunch, so it's included in the price. The price for those 2 days is $80. Remember that you're going to get to hang out with us, conveniently located next to the quilt shop. We have cutting table, we have ironing places, we have all that stuff, and other quilters. It's fun to hang out and focus on your project for Christmas.
We're going to have snacks.
There's going to be snacks and fun
And we're
stuff.
going to have lunch, which we already said. And yeah,
Yep.
some fun things.
If you want, there is a third day you can take advantage of. Okay, Monday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's only $15 more. So for $95, you can get all 3 days, and you get lunch Monday and Sunday. So you can sign up for those online on the website. It's under classes, and it's the weekend for necessity for Christmas.
Right.
of necessity for Christmas. Anyway, it's all fine.
Also, we're gonna take shifts because we don't want to be here from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Oh yeah, no, we'll have a Warm and Cozy staff person here the whole time.
But so I'm an early riser, so I'll be here early, and Sadie will be here late because 10 o'clock is way too late for me. Oh, also you get to leave your stuff, so you don't have to like haul back and forth each day. So it's going to be amazing. And if you are like, I'm only going to be able to come for this or that, or whatever. I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun.
If you have other questions, just send us a message, comment here, email us. We'll get you back.
We've been like, okay, we haven't sold this out. It hasn't been like, the room's not packed, right? Mm-hmm. So then yesterday, me and Sadie were like, oh, we could sew. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm like, what project am I going to bring?
I'm kind of thinking about working on a project myself.
I'm so excited.
We'll see how that goes. So anyway, a couple more people that we said hello to here. We got Linda joining us, and Lisa, and Jackie, Patty, and Sandy.
Good morning.
Hello.
To all my friends.
Good morning. All right. So as I said at the start of this, we are going to discuss Christmas gifts. I know, you've got everything. I don't know what I want, and people are asking. Or you got a friend that needs something, they don't know what to get you. Well, here's some ideas. Because let's be honest, most quilters have all the things.
Right.
But maybe they don't. So there's three main categories that you can aim for. You've got your fabrics, you got your notions, and you got your machine-based stuff. So fabric, starting off there.
What size is the sewing space?
It's going to be held in our classroom.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Everyone will have their own IKEA desk that they can sew on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So everybody has their own table. You're not sharing a table. You actually have drawers. Don't leave stuff in the drawers because that happens. But we also have a Martelli table. We have access to a couple of tables. We have ironing stations, 2 of them. But a lot of people bring their own little mats and things so that they don't have to get up 100 times. Totally up to you. So
we can take 9 people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And each table has its own power source, so you don't have to worry about running your cords.
If you haven't been in and seen, it is a really nice.
I think we have a pretty good setup for it. So, okay, excellent. Mm-hmm. All right, so fabric choices.
Right. So gifts, right?
Gifts.
So you were talking fabric first.
Fabric first.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Again, when it comes to buying fabric for somebody, it's a tough one because you don't know what they're working on, what they need, what can work for them in their lives. So
what they like, what they,
bundle or pre-cut or something of that sort's always a fairly safe option. Mm-hmm. Typically, your fat quarter bundles or your pre-cut bundles are in some sort of coordinating effort. So, such as this Alchemy from Tim Holtz, there's 10 fat quarters in there. Works out pretty easily.
And it's, if this person maybe doesn't like green and yellow, okay, well, sometimes you still need it though for something else, right? So having it is not going to be a problem. And I feel like these are great blender options. Sometimes if you get a floral print or a very bright, loud print, a tulip pink or something, not everyone likes the florals, not everyone likes the brights. So getting something that's kind of, rainbow color, that's neutrally, that's going to work with lots of different things is a good option.
Absolutely. And again, most places will have something already bundled up for you so you don't have to poke around. But if you're not sure, or if you're comfortable at least asking the staff that's there, like here, we don't mind. Mm-hmm. If you don't know what you're talking about, just ask.
Right.
We'll set you in the right direction. So always that's a great option. Another great option that we have here, and it's a Warm and Cozy exclusive. Did I sell that?
Yeah, you
did.
I tried.
So
Jason came up with these. These are pretty awesome.
We've talked about them. You've seen them. They are quart of quarters. They're 10 fat quarters of solids from the paintbrush line. 10 fat quarters for $25. It comes in a beautiful little package, so that's easy enough to wrap. You don't even have to try. Really,
you can just stick a bow on there.
Done. It's got a cute little name, all the fun stuff. So yeah, and
this is a great option. So first of all, if you've never tried paintbrush before, this is a great option, right? This is a way to try some without, because it's hard to go to a wall of solids and go, where do I start? How do I do this, right? So this is a great option for that. So, we really wanted to talk about gift ideas. I know that you're like, okay, well, I'm not buying for myself. Maybe this is, people keep asking you, what should I get you? Or you have those other, you've already said this stuff, but all those other quilty friends. I feel like solids are a great thing. Frequently, I need them if I'm going to do an applique project and I need more greens in my life than what I have in my stash. This is nice for that. You can always find a use for a fat quarter of solids.
Right. And again, we'll do them. We have our pastel-y color rainbow, and we got our primary color type bold rainbows. We also do it in gradient colors of. So I've got blues, we got purples, we got
There's
oranges.
Neutrals. There's like
Neutrals,
grays to whites to blacks, which is really nice. And that's also one that for sure anybody could use.
Yeah. So another great idea for fabric if you're looking to probably get a fabric for somebody. Yardage is a tough one. I wouldn't lean into the yardage.
I do think pre-cuts are the way to go if you're going to get yardage or if you're going to get fabric for somebody.
Absolutely.
Personally, one of my favorite things, or one thing that I feel is an easy gift for a quilter, is thread. Because we use it every single day, every time. And thread is not cheap. If you're going to get Aurifil, it's great quality, so it's not inexpensive. So it doesn't come across like, like I put in a little effort, you know, and it's for something that is going to be used.
Right.
You will use up all of your neutrals at some point, and you will need, this is a nice box of all neutrals. There's a black, a gray, white, and a cream. Boom.
Right.
There you go. We have lots of these different colors where it's got 2 variegated blues and 1 solid blue. You think, oh man, I don't know if that's a good one for this particular person. Believe me, all of them are good.
Right.
There's not a wrong answer. I have, if you are like me, maybe I have a drawer full of thread.
In so many colors, and sometimes she doesn't have the right one.
If you gave me thread, I would be so happy, even though I have a whole drawer. Are you with me? Are my quilters with me? You're never going to run out of the thread. But frequently, even though I still am like, I wish this was just a little bit lighter pink. I wish this was darker orange. They still work.
It doesn't go bad.
Doesn't go bad. Well, I mean, yeah, you can have them for
after
too
about
long
30 years, it's probably time to not use that.
Anyway.
So dry rot is a real thing, not as much, especially if you're using like a polyester thread. But anyway, I digress on that. We're not going to talk thread that way today. There was one more thing in the fabric realm as far as gifts go. That's okay. Kits.
Oh, yeah.
Kits are also another great gift option.
We didn't bring any kits.
I actually completely forgot about kits. That's why I didn't stop you with the thread until I realized
Right. So, because there's the whole project.
It's a whole project.
You've given them
contained, like,
yes,
with a pattern even sometimes.
Yeah.
So you don't have to think. You can just be like, I need this for them, and there you go.
Right. Oh my gosh, she loves whatever. Oh my goodness, she just had a new grandbaby or has a grandbaby coming. This kit makes for, and this is so cute.
Right, and you can think of it like this too. Like,
there together.
Think of it as more of like a puzzle.
Yes.
You buy people puzzles for gifts all the time.
I sure do.
Why? Here's the thing you got to put together yourself. This seems crazy to most people.
That's the thing.
For quilters, we're okay with that.
Right. Also, if you think about it, when we're kids, we get Legos. We get this whole thing we got to put together ourselves. We got, other things like that, right? So I was thinking about this morning, like these are all kind of your quilters' toys.
Absolutely.
Quilters, gadgets and things that, maybe I have to put together. Maybe it's a kit and I have to put together. Or, we're going to get to rulers and stuff in a minute, but like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I have to do something with it, but that's what I want to do, right?
So like Jean loves kits. Again, they're hard to dislike when everything is contained. You've got all the fabric in there. You've got the pattern you need to do. The only thing you typically have to come up with yourself is the batting to put in it and the backing to go with it.
Yep, and the thread. And remember, I just said buy them thread too. So
just buy them some thread too. So there you go. Kits can get a little more pricey as far as those go because the bigger you get, the more fabric, the more it adds up. So if you're looking for cheap, There are small kits you can get that are
Sure.
okay, but just be aware of
But
that.
if you think about it, like, then you don't have to get the pattern and figure it out and have somebody cut all of the stuff. It's all
Easy
there
convenience, it's absolutely worth it.
together.
So, kits are great, again, in that fabric conversation. So, now we're going to move to notions. We've
Okay.
discussed thread. You cannot go wrong with thread.
No.
Always. You can't. Just buy thread. Also,
Buy the one that you like the best. It doesn't even matter.
now, if you have a quilty friend that loves a brand, a specific type, that's cool. Lean into that. If you don't know, Orifil, like we sell, is a wonderful thread.
Mm-hmm.
It's cotton. This is 50 weight. Works in your domestic wonderfully. Not very linty, and it's good stuff. Great thread. Great idea. Threads. The other one I'm throwing out there from that are rulers. Rulers are the other thing that you're going to use all the time. Now, you have to ask yourself, do you have a quick trim ruler? Something small and easy that you can grab to just trim up something really fast. This is a Martelli one, and this is a Creative Grids. This one it's 3 by 12. 12 and a half. I thought there was a quick measurement on it. I'm just reading the thing.
Yeah.
3 by 12. This one is 14 or 4 by 16. Either way, they're small, they're quick, they're easy to grab off your desk and grab it and start using to cut.
This is on my desk all the time.
That one is always on the desk. I know this for a fact.
I use this just about every single day. It's just great. What I love about it is how nice that 1/4 inch marking is. So if you're making something where you have to snowball and now I've got to trim to the, I lay that line on my stitch line, can cut, and it's easy to read. Very nice.
Yeah. So quick trim rulers.
It's also
Nice.
Creative Grid, so it's got that kind
little
of
texture on the back.
Mhm.
I'm turning it over so you can see the back.
right. Can you see the front? Can you see the front and the back at the same time?
Help me. I'm so
Pretty much.
sorry.
I do love the Martelli. I have that one as well.
She does.
The one thing with the Martelli is you can't see through it, but I use this frequently because you get your measurement using your mat, get your measurement, and if you bump your ruler, your fabric goes with it.
Place. Yeah,
It
so you
is
can't
really
see through
nice
it.
for that.
Great straight edge though. With that felt backing, it's pretty kind of nice.
When I'm straight off the bolt cutting things to get ready to do other things, and I use that ruler too.
Other rulers to consider if you don't have one. This one is a fan favorite. Most people have one of these, the 6.5 by 24s. Pretty standard cutter for most people. If you don't have one of these, I would wonder about your methodology.
I don't have one.
How do you know? Yes, you do.
I have one here at the store.
There's one at the house.
No, I don't.
And maybe it's an 8. Either way. She doesn't use it that much because she uses her stripology ruler all the time, but that's okay.
Right.
If you need a straight edge ruler, these are great because they cover your whole cutting mat normally.
Right.
And they give you 6 inches of grid work to work with, and it helps a lot for that whole straight edge. Again, the quick trims are easier to move around, but if you don't have one of these are nice as well. I love those rulers.
Now, especially if you're buying for someone else and you don't know if they have one of those or this, that, and you're concerned about that. First of all, if you're buying from us, they can always return it and we'll swap it out for something that they don't have. But frequently, there are things like it doesn't hurt to have a second one.
Right.
If I'm going to go on retreat, if I have a go bag of stuff and this is my home bag, it's nice to be able to have 2 of something because then I don't have to unpack each time I go
Leave your good
on
ruler somewhere unexpectedly.
Right. You lose it, you drop it, there's things like that. So it doesn't hurt to have a second one. The other thing he's just about to talk about was the Stripology Mini. So most of us I've already talked you into a regular Stripology, right?
I like how you say that like you salesman them right into it. You have to have this.
No.
But it wasn't that hard, really.
Right, exactly. Because the Stripology is amazing and it's, it is my go-to ruler. It is on my table most of the time. But I usually am switching it out for this one because I do love my Mini.
Right.
When you start working with smaller pieces in blocks, this is a very nice ruler. Also, what I have found is that a lot of us will go the extra, we'll spend the money and get the stripology, the big one, because that is more, I'm more
Utility,
used. I'm going to use this all the time.
Absolutely.
Versus the mini is a little bit, I'll wait, I'll get that later. This is usually what I hear from people. So if you have a friend that or if you personally are like, I don't have that mini, this is a good thing to put on your wish list.
Absolutely.
It has 1/8 and 3/8 inch markings, which means you can get a lot of other measurements. You can do 2 7/8. If you need to cut 2 7/8 inch squares, you can do that with this ruler. You can square up really nicely. This is generally one that people put off buying. I'm telling you, it's a great gift.
And it really is a great gift idea. And they're, easy to find, easy to get, under the $50 mark. So it's not like you're asking for, a whole new machine.
Right.
It's a nice, handy dandy, super useful ruler. And it just goes really well with the other one that you currently have. So
it's creative grid, so it's got that grip on the back. There's just wonderful things about that ruler. The information with that ruler, there's so much information that it does more things than I know.
Right. Okay. Absolutely. So as far as rulers are going, I brought these rulers in as well. You have a long arm. Do you use rulers while you use your long arm? These are 1/4 inch thick rulers from a Handy Quilter. If you don't have a whole lot, just send somebody in and say, go buy me some and we'll see what happens. Just an idea.
Right, because you're going to get fun things. You're going to get rulers with that you haven't tried out before, right?
And there are tons of rulers out there by many different people and designers and all sorts of things. So again, another great idea. If you have a long arm or if you do your own quilting on your own domestic, those are always fun rulers to have because there's so many different shapes and designs that you can get from a ruler.
Okay, let me tell you this. If you are quilting on your domestic and using a ruler, you can use Handy Quilter rulers even though you have a low shank machine as long as they are not internal.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
So, because you can run up next to this.
Even with the low shank? Oh, wow. Okay.
You just cannot get in there and do the circle. So these are still, and then if you decide to upgrade your machine and now you have a high shank, your rulers still work. If you decide to get a long arm, your rulers still work. So, I wouldn't invest in a lot of rulers when you're first starting out, but it is nice to get, like this one is called the Versa Tool because it is very versatile. You're going to have a nice straight edge, an arc. You can make a full circle with that. Gives you this 90-degree. There's some other great things about this ruler. It's a great one to start with.
Yes.
Also, all of the Handy Quilters have on the back, I know you can't really see it from there, but they all have design ideas for you. So, you could do crosshatch. You can use this for outlining your applique. That's a little bit tricky to demo.
Yeah.
You could make clamshells. You could offset your design. All these fun things it gives you ideas for on the back. Handy Quilter rulers.
Rulers don't just apply to measuring and cutting.
No.
They also do other things. So, rulers. Leslie did note that she's bought all 3 Stripology rulers, and it was the best investment she's ever made.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
She gets it.
Yeah. I mean, I've had people tell me it was a game changer. I wish I would have known this sooner. I wish I would have bought,
We really need to talk to Goodrun about getting ourselves sponsored here.
Right? Gudrun, if you're watching.
If you're watching, you want to buy me a gift, I'm a size M7. That's a sewing machine. That's
He's a joke. He's a jokester over here.
Thinks he's funny. All right.
Okay, what's next?
Other notions to consider getting people. Cutting devices. Okay.
Sure.
So scissors are an easy one sometimes. Let's say you're watching right now and you're not a quilter, but your spouse is, and you may or may not have decided to use her good scissors on things other than fabric. You need to apologize profusely.
And just buy her a new pair of scissors.
Buy her a new pair of gingers and say, I'm so sorry. Or him and say, I'm so sorry.
Right.
A good quality pair of scissors are absolutely worth it in this world. You guys know that. If you have dull, cheap scissors, they're not any fun.
And, especially some of these small ones, they do dull over time. Sure. You're cutting through things and Also, it doesn't hurt to have a second pair, doesn't hurt to have a fifth pair, doesn't matter.
I'm gonna tell you right now, every time I've gone to set up a machine,
Mhm.
there's almost a hazard of number of scissors around any
Well,
quilter.
I did sell someone
scary.
a third pair of batting scissors, and these are not cheap. And she said, well, I put them here, I put them there, and I can't find them, and I want them in the 3 places that I'm at. I'm either there, or there. So there's going to be a pair at every place.
Right.
So I don't have to deal
That's
with
smart.
looking for them anymore. I'm
Absolutely.
Like, okay.
So the small ones, the small embroidery type scissors, they're very useful for just snipping threads. It's
Mhm.
nice to have those at hand. So a nice little gift, easy, not too expensive. No, you don't have to go full on gingers. Not that it's wrong,
Oh, but they're wonderful.
but just an idea of scissors
Mhm.
are great gifts as well.
Mhm.
Be careful. Don't open them up and throw them
And
around.
if you're like, oh, that seems like a bad gift, who wants a pair of every quilter
I want a good pair of scissors.
wants a
I'm gonna
new
tell you
pair
right
of
now.
scissors.
I do.
They do.
Yeah. So as far as cutting,
And I'll
devices
use
go,
it and I'll be like, oh, it was for me.
He loves me.
I get
just
to
took my
think about
finger
him
off.
every time I use my, yeah, anyway, whatever.
Don't do
Okay.
that.
But also, rotary cutters.
Also, a good device to buy for people that need cutting stuff.
Mhm.
Are you new to quilting? Are you still using scissors to cut all your fabric? There's easier ways. Rotary cutters.
Also, blades. Replace those blades. They get dull, and then this is when people tend to make mistakes, or when they tend to cut themselves, is when they have
Dull blades.
a dull blade, and so they're
Mhm.
going after it, and then that's when they, oh, this thing is making me mad, and that's when accidents happen, or when you're just aggravated.
Well,
Nobody needs to be aggravated.
don't be aggravated. Anger and hostility have a
And-
place in the quilting room, but they really don't need a huge
Every
part
time
of the
that
space.
I've changed a blade, I'm
Mhm.
like, why didn't I do that? I don't know.
Sooner.
Last week.
Good Lord.
I've been trying to cut and I've been using a saw.
So, blades, as far as getting blades for somebody, I kind of, in my mind, do kind of equate it to like socks for Christmas.
Sure.
They're very utility.
Mhm.
They're not like, oh, that's amazing, but they're very much like, I'm so glad I have those now.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
you won't
I-
not use them. So,
Right.
I
I
mean,
love socks. So that's not a
you
problem.
love socks. You
I have a problem.
have a small problem. She has socks. She loves socks. I'm not judging. There's a lot of socks in my house. Please help. Anyway, so
Oh, well. Okay.
if you need help with rotary cutters, picking one out, if you happen to be in the shop, let us know. We like Martelli. We also sell the Ulfas, which is very standard. Everybody Ulfas everywhere, so just let us know. All right, cool.
Next, also
Next.
cutting. We
Um,
have seam rippers.
Oh, yes.
So I bought a seam ripper 20 years ago. I mean, I should never have to buy another seam ripper. This is not true. These get dull also.
They also
So-
get thrown and stepped on and yelled at, and they probably just need to be replaced.
Right.
Don't
Please
step
don't
on it.
step on
Don't
it.
step on it. I was talking more
Um,
like broadside, not like, ugh,
Anyway,
This foot hurts.
$2.99.
not a bad deal.
We say once a year, buy yourself a new seam
Right.
ripper. Because, again, no one needs to be aggravated. So, you've made a mistake in your piecing and you have to rip. And now your ripper is dull.
Mhm.
Like, this is like the worst. Nobody needs that. Okay, first of all, I got over it a long time ago. If you're going to sew, you're going to rip.
Yep.
This is how it is.
It just works that way.
I do know that Lydia did not like that. And the first thing she sewed, and I was like, yeah, that's,
Gotta rip
we
that
got
out.
to rip that out. And then that was, oh my gosh, she did not like that.
No, not a fan.
Most people don't when they first start, but
Mhm.
you got to have a good seam ripper. Get one that is, just get a new one. Just get a new one.
That's
It
cool.
doesn't,
They're cheap.
$2.99. You don't have to get, there are other ones.
Sure there are.
There's one that has this really cool, like, place for your thumb, and
Mhm.
it works nicely.
Just like right on the tip of your
And
finger,
it's
so that's
like
cool.
maybe $8. I mean, even expensive seam rippers aren't that much. So get a new one.
Just do it.
Curved awl. This isn't going to get dull.
It's not, and this is more for not for the piecers out there, but for the people that are doing the finished quilting. When you put when it starts stitching together, and you got those interlocked through 3 layers of fabric and batting all together. The last thing I want to do is put sharp and stabby to my
And-
finished quilt top, so that's kind of horrifying.
Right. You don't
So-
want to rip that fabric.
No. So this is a curved awl. You probably can't see the image, but there is the end of that awl. It's a piece of metal, and it curves, and it's blunted. It's
Mm-hmm.
not sharp and stabby, but it slips right under the stitches.
Mm-hmm.
So then you can just
Bing, bing,
pop
bing,
those
bing,
stitches
bing.
out and work your way backwards.
Yeah, and you could do it pretty quickly because it's not going to tear the fabric. So
Right.
so you can do it without having to be as cautious,
Yes.
if you will.
You should always be cautious when dealing with anything.
Yes.
But
Okay, bye.
it's not
Fine,
near as
fine.
horrifying as Sharpie McStabby.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right.
Pull this out of this box.
So those are those tools. Always useful. If you don't have one or you need a new one, ask for one. It's cool. What do you do? Oh, what do you
Just
got there?
keep talking.
Oh. Other things that are useful if you don't have enough in your life, bobbins. Or if you have too many, a bobbin holder. Together, good friends. We do have bobbins specific for Janome. We do have bobbins specific for Handy Quilter. We've got universal bobbins that are specific to universal.
To the universe.
To the universe. So if you have a particular brand that can work with universal bobbins, you can send somebody to get those. And if they're here and they're like, she's got bobbins literally everywhere.
Let's corral those things.
With bobbins.
Right.
The hazard is that you can buy this. Doesn't mean they're going to get used to it. They're going to be like,
So-
oh yeah, that's cool, and just throw at it.
So it's rubbery, so it's going to hold different sizes even.
Yes.
So if you want it at your long arm with your bigger bobbins or the smaller ones, either one will work.
Mhm.
And it's going to keep them nice and together.
That's a nice little gift, though. Actually, I like that. So bobbins or bobbin holders, always useful. Stay. What you got there now?
This is the store and stash,
Mm-hmm.
and it will hold different things because this is kind of rubbery.
Yep.
And will, whatever size it is, I was going to like put things in here, but
I've kind of moved all the things away. We can do this, kind of, sort of.
I mean,
Imagine. Oh, look, there's a picture. Things stabbed into it. It's not really stabbed into it. It's placed
So-
inside of there.
right. So Carla brings 2 of these when she teaches class. She has 2 of them that are full. Like
That's
with
a
pins,
lot of
with
things.
different marking pins and
Oh,
because there is a use for everything, right?
yes.
And also, pull
So
it
this
off
thing
there.
does come out of here so that you can take it and clean it out in case, over the course of time it starts collecting all the things. Because, you eat your meals over it. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Anyway.
Linty.
It could
Yeah.
be plenty. You work in a
Right.
lint shop. I mean,
Right. So it holds all your different things. It's nice. It can you can take it with you to classes. You can also then it's near your stuff.
right.
I have recently moved things around, and I used to have a drawer, and now I don't have a drawer, and so this is nice to have some of those things that I need close by.
Yes. Easily organized. Oh, so organized. It's awesome. It's great. You will love it.
Wonder clips.
I wonder what those are.
Well, they're clips.
Oh, well, I
And
see.
the cool thing about them is
You are
that
not even laughing over there. Really?
even
That was so horrible.
even if your friend already has some, it's not going to hurt to get another package.
No.
The other day, I stepped on one and broke it,
Oops.
and I was mad a little bit.
Mhm.
But anyway, so Sadie's still laughing.
She's done lost it over there.
So fun, bright colors.
Yep.
There's different options. We have all red. We have things like that, sparkly ones. Whatever.
Again, you can always buy somebody pins because you can never have enough pins. But if they're, these are always fun too. So just an idea.
Okay, we've got a couple of books.
We do.
This is one I'm putting on my list,
So,
right?
So when it comes to why do I have books here and not small individual patterns? I picked up the books because if you get somebody a book, there's a lot more options in here for the chance for them to like what they are, especially small project books like this one. It's just something that they can do quick and easy, possibly. If you're getting a gift for somebody that's kind of new to this world or of quilting or piecing and doing all this stuff, these are very nice. Gives them a lot of options to help them get through that.
Right, because you
learning
might
machine.
pick one pattern and they don't really care for it, or
Right.
it's way difficult above their skill level and you
Right.
didn't realize that, and or the opposite, it's so easy and they're like,
Oh, that was silly. So a book gives you a variety, a little bit of a range that you can kind of work with. So
this has 14 quilts in multiple sizes.
that's
so-
insane. That's a lot.
Generally, when I'm looking at a book for myself,
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking, okay, do I at least like 3, 4 of them? 14, I'm at least
you're
gonna like.
going to find a couple that you like.
And I like most of these.
Right.
So there you go. This also has drink recipes. There are quilts made with 10-inch squares or 5-inch squares. There, so if you have a friend that you know has pre-cuts stacked to the ceiling in their sewing room, get them a book that uses pre-cuts so that they can start. Oh, I could use that one layer cake I bought, and
you can help encourage them to use up some of that fabric they've been collecting.
Right.
You're a winner. Congratulations. All right. That's patterns. Put you down there for a moment. What is that?
A Mr. bottle.
I'm a huge fan of this thing.
So these are great for water. They're great for best press. So a mild starch, and they are great for stay float if you dilute it.
Dilute it.
Okay.
Ask her how she knows that.
Okay, so stay float on the side. Stay float, if you don't know, is a jug of starch. Okay, jug. And on the side it says, dilute it half and half, and I'm like, you don't know me. I like starch.
Dilution.
I'm not diluting nothing. And then I was pretty much putting like paste.
It's like a sludge going through. It wasn't working as well as it should have.
And so I needed to dilute it.
Clogged up a little bit.
Maybe you don't have to 2-to-1. Maybe you do a little bit less. Maybe you do a little more, depending on how you like your starch.
Whatever makes you happy.
I have found that when it is not in the jug, I think maybe like in air or something, it starts to thicken up a little, like the water's evaporating out or something. I don't know. Anyway, it gets a little bit thicker, and so I have to add more water and shake it up again.
So the important thing to know about the mist bottles is, unlike the old-fashioned bottles where you squirt, 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 and you get like this super cool hand claw thing going on.
Right.
This is a mist bottle. It builds pressure up inside the bottle so that when you pull that trigger, it actually is a nice steady stream of mist. It's not going to saturate, like soak this in this particular spot.
This spot is soaked and nothing else.
Mist around that area, which is great. You don't want to over soak things usually. You just want a nice damp mist.
If you have a friend with a long arm, buy them this.
Give them this. They'll be so happy.
Even if they already have one, they will love to have a second.
Sometimes I lose mine.
We make our own dewrinkler, which is wonderful for when you load your back on your long arm and you just give it this light mist. It's going to take those wrinkles out, and it's fabulous.
Absolutely. So having that available at hand helps.
Oh.
If
you buy a Mr. bottle from us for a long arm friend, which can be you, and you say, can you give me that recipe? I'll throw it in.
The secret solution.
I'll just write it down on a little card. It's probably going to be a Post-it.
It'll be a Post-it.
And I'm going to give it to you. And you'll have the secret recipe
that we got from the internet.
You could probably Google yourself. Anyway.
That's okay. That's fun. All right, a couple other final wonderful ideas.
I hope that was fun.
I was entertained by it. I don't know.
Okay.
It wasn't near as cool as the clip thing, but wonder what those are. All right, a couple other things to keep in mind.
Whatever.
There's your utility bag of all the things.
Do you know about this? You don't.
No, I have zero idea.
Listen to me.
Why am I talking about it?
I don't know, because you see that it does.
Oh my God! What is it doing?
You're trying to show them like this, but see, it does like a tint, right?
What?
And so
this is witchcraft.
So I go to retreat.
Yeah.
I go to class.
Yeah.
I set this right here on my desk, and I'm sewing, and I got my little clips. Oh, I need to get those out. Oh, where's that seam ripper? It's all right there. Now I'm done with class.
What are you doing now?
I'm done with class.
Okay.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm done with class. I put all of my.
Has somebody called the proper
there,
authorities yet?
and I close everything up.
My good Lord.
Close everything up, and I put this in my bag.
Especially good for the pokey stabbies that need to go in a bag so they're not
right. So you're not rolling all over the place.
So you just un-Velcro the doodads on the side, close it up.
Oh.
Did you know?
Is special. I had no idea. Zero idea. I now feel educated.
You get to class, you turn it back around, do your little Velcro. Isn't this the cutest thing?
That's a handy
Does it come in multiple colors? Of course it does.
Okay, cool. So there's that. That's a great gift idea for that gift exchange you're going to do with your Quilty friends.
Especially if your Quilty friend isn't the most organized, which some crafty people are not.
Again, when you buy somebody an organizer, it is kind of 50-50 shot of it's a cool gift, but will they use it? That's always the tough
Am
one.
I telling you that you don't organize well? No, I'm not telling you that. I'm saying this is nifty.
They might find it
Nifty
useful. It may be the turning point for their lives to be like, I can use that.
Exactly.
Also, cutting mats. I've actually seen a couple of people already eyeballing the cutting mats to tell their people, I need this, like taking pictures and saying, go ask for this. It's going to happen, and that's cool. You need a new cutting mat, ask for one.
Okay, my stripology fans or friends.
Fanny friends.
The best thing about Creative Grids mats, so on one side it does have all of these hash marks, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Tons of markings in
They're there.
When you flip it over, the back side just has single lines, and they're thin. Nice thin lines, not all these extra little hash marks in between. I don't need to know where the 1/8 is and this and that, right?
No.
And when I lay my stripology on here, because they're both Creative Grids, everything lines up perfectly. I can lay my fabric on a line, and I've got it nice and straight and on the mat. Then I put that on there, and it takes away that all the extra visual noise that you're getting from using another mat that maybe has a lot of lines and is a little bit too much. This being gray and blue is very nice to use.
Also, if you're going to send somebody to pick up the mat for you, make sure they know what size you need. So you may have to preemptively measure out your area so that you know what size you can
get the
accommodate.
biggest one.
You can say get the biggest one, but if it's bigger than your space, then it's going to be hanging off the side. It's going to be a little awkward.
Then they need to get you a bigger space.
Then they need to get you a bigger space. That's on them. Also, you got me the mat, you get me a bigger space as well.
Right.
I don't know
how I operate. I go, I don't know.
Not very good rationale.
Listen, this is not my problem that the table's not big enough. You should give me
how this
your
turns
table.
out. No, I don't want that evil in my life. You can try it though. I say go for it.
Okay,
Give it
you
a shot.
should, especially if you've purchased a mat before and 18 by 24 is what you've gotten before, and this works well.
Cool.
Then let them know that. Don't.
They come home with a
Don't
giant
be like me.
64 by 40, and then you got this much room. It's going to be unfortunate. So maybe you just need a new mat for traveling for class. Obviously, you don't need the giant one. You could use this guy. All the things.
Right.
Okay. A couple other things that we have here. For your new quilters in your life, or if you're new, there's always the little kits that have the accessories to them as well.
Am I supposed to be bringing these over like this?
Yeah, I would. Okay. At this point, it's easier. So there's this one that has a small straight edge. It has a rotary cutter. It has the mat inside of it. A nice little kit. It is Ulfa, so it's a good quality stuff. Simple, easy kit. Going to work out really well for people that are just kind of getting into this. Again, it's not a giant mat, but if you're new and you're not really going to, head first into it, it's a good starting point. What now? What did I say that's horrifying?
Nothing. It's a gateway drug. Is the whole.
It's
like, oh my gosh, I love this craft. I definitely need a bigger mat than this. Anyway.
You got to start somewhere.
You do. And frequently you have new people, young people, and you're not sure. And they wanted to do this other activity, and that didn't work out.
Nope.
And I paid a lot of money for this and that and the other thing. So let's start with this.
Right.
And it's still good stuff. Like you still have, it's still good stuff.
Yeah, Ulfa. You can't go wrong with Ulfa. They've been around. They started most of the rotary cutting business. So it's because of them. So it's good stuff.
Also great if you want to make a go bag for retreats.
Absolutely.
Sure.
And you don't want to have, to
go individually, a la carte, buy everything again.
It's all together, and there you go.
And that's where this comes in. It's the Everstone box. There is a ton of things inside of this box that pretty much gets you started in the sewing world, minus the machine and the fabric. You got to supply those yourself. Outside of that, it covers everything else. Again, great gift idea. And again, a nice, convenient box, ready to go.
Put a bow on it.
Bam.
Done.
Out the door. All right. So those are mostly your notions, your patterns, your books, your fabrics.
Then we also have machines, right?
Machines are always a possibility. We're talking either you need a new one and you're asking your family for one, or you got a family member that you really want to get them one. We do offer them in different arrays and sizes and price points depending on where you're at and what you're looking for.
We also offer financing.
Financing is also an option here. We do use Synchrony for financing. So if you have to have that conversation with us, let us know. We will have that conversation.
Oh my gosh. And if your wife has been or husband
Or
has been
husband.
doing this for a little while, and they're ready. They're never going to ask for it.
They probably
And they're
won't.
going to just keep going on
Normally
the machine
don't.
that they've got.
Mm-hmm.
And they're, come talk to me.
Yeah. They've earned it.
Exactly.
It's time.
Right.
Make them happy.
Right.
Don't go buy them that vacuum. That's rude. I learned this.
It is not.
Vacuums for Christmas, not good.
Mm.
Unless it's a $400 vacuum for a one area rug that you have in the house. I thought I was winning.
You were winning.
It was a Dyson.
I was happy about it. I don't understand.
I've had people mock me for it though.
I know.
So,
I know.
I was like,
I was
thought
so
it a
happy
good
I got a
choice, but-
vacuum, and people were like, "You bought her a vacuum? What is wrong with you?" That's what she
That's
wanted.
what she wanted. I don't know. Why anybody want a vacuum? But she did, and that's what I got. Yeah, one area rug. That's all the carpet we have.
Yeah.
It works on the hardwood floor just the same because I'm not paying that kind of money for a vacuum and not using it everywhere else. But
Exactly.
anyway,
We're
I
not here for
digress.
vacuums.
We're not here for vacuums. We're here for sewing machines.
Right.
So again, we are a Janome dealership. Very important to remember when it comes to buying a machine from a dealer. Okay, you go to a box store, any of them, name them. I don't care which one you name. Are you getting service from those people? If
Right.
you ask a question, do they even know what you're talking about? Chances are probably not.
Right.
If you have a service question or you need more information on it, can you walk in and be like, hey, how does this feature work? Most likely not. When you buy from a dealer, you have us. Danielle is there to answer questions. Sadie's there to answer questions. Debbie's there to answer questions. I'm there to answer questions. I'm there to fix the machines is more my job.
Right.
When it comes to long arms, I do all the things relating to Handy Quilter. So,
And there are still things that we don't know.
yeah, we all are learning in the process, but that's okay.
But we are always going to find those answers and get that information to you.
Right.
We are not going to go, oh, well, I don't know. I mean, do you like it or not? Like, we're not a big box store. We don't, we want to make sure you need to know where you're going to get your service from, who you're going to be able to call if you have a question. If you can't figure out how to change the foot or put something on, or I'm using different thread and it keeps breaking, what are you going to do?
Who are you going to call?
Who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters.
You're going to
No.
call Jason.
You call Jason.
You're going to call Warm N Cozy. You're going to call us and we're going to help you out.
That's our job. That's what we do. So, machines, very important conversation. If you're not ready for that one, that's fine. But if you are, come see me. It'll be fine. Jane Q got tires last year for Christmas, and she loved it. I don't feel so bad about the vacuum.
When you need tires.
You need tires. Like, tires aren't cheap either, especially if you want to stay attached to the road.
No. Yes.
You don't cheap out on tires. That's never a good place to be. Ooh, lordy. All right, so I think that's pretty much the gist of all the things that I would recommend if you're going to buy something for somebody or if you don't know what to ask for. Hopefully this gave you some ideas. What did you want for Christmas? What did you get out of this? What do you want?
Well,
thread. She wants thread.
I want thread.
Right.
Or I want this HD9.
See, and I'm this. I've already said this. I'm size M7.
Yeah, you want the
machine.
M7. I want the HD9. It's straight stitch only machine.
She did offer to hand me down her machine.
So, by the way, I have a 6700, which is an awesome machine. I told him I'll get the HD9. I'll give him the 6700, but I will need to use it from time to time because the straight stitch only isn't going to do my decorative stitch that I want to do. So, anyway, you can have it, but don't go very far.
Right. Just stay right next to so that you can swap me or something.
Anyway.
Love it. So much fun. Anyway. All right. That's all the information I can give you. If you have questions, don't be afraid to ask. If you're sending people in, tell them not to be afraid to ask questions. We are not going to bite or chase them out of the door because they don't know quilting. Speaking of Monday, we have a flash sale. You can go there and shop that on the website, buy some stuff for a decent price. Wednesday, we will not be doing a live Wednesday.
Right, because Thursday is
Thanksgiving. I have to go cook and do things. So
yeah. So Wednesday we're gonna
not
out
live
at
sale.
4.
We're done at 4 o'clock. I actually get to leave at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Unless you're here buying a machine at 4 o'clock, I will stay until you're happy and out the door with the machine.
Absolutely.
Or I'll make sure to put one in your car anyway, and we'll see how it goes.
Right.
Anyway.
But yeah, close Thursday.
Close Thursday.
open Friday for great deals on machines.
for Black Friday.
Saturday, we're going to do 579.
It's going to be.
Can you buy
good
a
time.
machine on 579?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Absolutely, you
I don't care.
can.
It's fine. Come on in. Either way, we'll work. We'll make
And
it work.
if you are thinking, oh, we do have some other open sews, please go to our classes and check out dates and times and things and sign up for something. It is so much fun to just come hang out with other sewing people and see what they're working on, get some inspiration, and yeah, it's just a good time.
It's a good time. It'll be fun for everybody. So, all right, now it's time to go open the store and get ready. 11 o'clock. We'll see you in a little bit. Come see us. Buy a thing. We'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.